Hey YouTube, what's up? Welcome back to another episode of Jazzy Time with your host, Bailey. My mouth is going to be a little slurry because I have a melty vitamin in my mouth right now. It's morning. Morning, how are you? I was going to do it's a vlog today just because I just woke up and I probably won't even be able to hold a brush right now because I haven't even eaten. So I want to tell you guys something funny. Last night I went to work, blah blah blah, and they were like, "Oh, this couple over here has an anniversary. I'm gonna make them a dessert." I was like, "Okay, make them a dessert." So they made it. And can you tell I had a late night last night? I have a bobby pin stuck in my hair. So they make them a dessert. And I literally just go and make this little strawberry fan to rest on some whipped cream next to this dessert. And everyone's like, "Ooh, that's so pretty." I'm like, "Yeah? You want to see something pretty?" And I take an apple and I turn this apple into a bird. And it is the prettiest thing. And it's so easy to make. You can like go online and learn how to make it. But I used to work at another restaurant where we used to constantly make these birds, and they were called birthday birds. It was like... So I'm walking around and I'm like, maybe I can give this away to somebody because it's not something that was a type of our menu. And I am such an idiot. I literally asked a customer. I said, "Do you want to eat my bird?" I had a bird on a plate. And then I realized what I said and I was like, "Oh my gosh, I said that the wrong way. I am so sorry. You know what I meant." Thank goodness they were team players and they understood. And then I said, "Would you like a fruity snack?" And then they still said no. So I walked back and everybody was laughing at me like, I laugh out chuckles. Anyway, today's vlog was going to be about weird things. Just because that was weird last night. So I get nitpicked a lot by Crash. I like to pop things. I like to pop zits and blackheads and bubble paper. Bubble paper's a good one too. Other than my nail polish addiction and nail art addiction, that's one of my weird things that I'm addicted to. Back in the day, I used to be addicted to praise. I used to praise for things. I think I still kind of do. I don't know why, but I like that approval. Approval's a good addiction. It's like, "Oh yes, they love me. Ah yes, they like what I just did." It's like I would do something, I remember I would go clean my room, and then as soon as it was clean, my mom would have to see it right away. She's like, "Do I have to see it right now?" "Yes, yes you do." So I was trying to find literally a list, and every single time I put in top 10 strange addictions or something like that, it would literally come up like, "Do you need rehab? Enter our 12-step program." No, I don't. I'm not on any kind of drugs. I'm high on life. Yay. So, unfortunately, I came across a type of addictions list that is A to Z. Don't worry, I won't read every single solitary one. I'm going to scroll slowly and just tell you guys ones that kind of catch my eye because some of them are disturbing. So yeah. There's obviously alcohol is an addiction, and smoking is an addiction, and caffeine is an addiction, and right there, approval. Approval, yep. Common with folks who grew up in dysfunctional environments. My family's crazy. Yes, I know. Addiction medication. Aerosol sniffing and abusing. Action. Adrenaline. Nope. Antidepressants. People can get... That's pretty much drugs. Anime. People can get addicted to anime? People get addicted... Oh my gosh. Applause. Art. Arson. Asthma. How do you get addicted to asthma? Actually, I might just go ahead and just read them all without doing the descriptions. Action. Authority. Auto racing and high-risk sports. That's a little bad. That was it for A. Bulimia. Barbiturates. Betting. That would be like gambling. Do I need to say this? No, I'm not going to say it. We don't say those types of things on Jazzy Time. Bodybuilding. Caffeine? Cannabis? That's a drug. Carbohydrates? Now, I think that has something to do... I don't know if you guys saw my other video where I cried and spilled myself to the camera. But back in the day, when I was a chunky kid, I was addicted to food. Is that carbohydrate? Lots of it is carbohydrate. I don't know. Chaos. Chocolate, yes. Cola. Whatever that word is. Drugs. Coffee. I know drugs is not in C because I'm in C already. I'm just going to say drugs. I'm not going to list the drugs because drugs are drugs. Drugs are bad. Collecting coins and valuables. I collect coins. I don't find it an addiction. Crime. Horrible. D. Drama. Drugs. It literally says drugs. Drunk driving. And diuretics. Diuretics. An eating disorder associated addiction. Adrenaline. Gives the feeling of power over... okay. I don't know. It's a funny word. I'm not good with big words in the morning. E. Ego, energy drinks, excessive exercising, and endorphins. Endorphins are drugs. F. Fantasizing, excessive fantasizing. Food. I love food. Who doesn't love food? It's food. I could go for some food. Fetishes. I had someone... Okay. I've had both my toenails removed. They've grown back since. They're normal now. But I've had both my toenails removed for ingrown toenails. And I literally had one was like bandaged up and it was like big and bulging. And I went to a friend's house and she's like, oh, my buddy's coming over. You might want to cover your feet. I'm like, why? He's like, he has a foot addiction to like the point where like he literally wanted to lick my feet. I'm like, okay, Stacy, I'm leaving. See you later. Also had my maid of honor was dating a guy, constantly asked her, you want a foot rub? Do you want a foot rub? I'll rub your feet. Do you want a foot rub? Do you want a foot rub? Do you? Some people like feet. They're like short, stubby hands with little bitty fingers. I don't know. All I know is I can paint them. Moving on. Fame. People are addicted to fame. Fame and money kind of go together, right? And then that is called greed. You greedy people that are addicted to fame. The only G is gambling. That goes along with betting. Hashish. 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 H-A-S-H-S-H. Hashish. Drugs. Hoarding. Husbands. I'm addicted to my husband. I love him very much. Love you. Isolation, imagination, internet. I'm kind of addicted to the internet. YouTube. Love you, YouTube family. Joking about serious matters. Sarcasm. Sarcasm. Workaholic. Job. Junk collecting. That's hoarding. Not going to say that. And I'm not going to say that. Those are the only two words under K. If you want it, you can go to addictions, not SZ. So addictionz.com, and you can read it yourself because I don't say things like that on Jazzy Time. Lust. We're in L now. L. Lust. Laziness. Love. I'm addicted to love. I used to wear my heart on my sleeve. It's moving over a little bit to the center now. I love to love. I love that. Lacquers and thinners. Liquor. Lacquers and thinners. Doesn't that go with the huffing one in the beginning? Drugs. M. Marijuana. Drugs. Just gonna say drugs. I'm not gonna say that M word either. No, I'm not gonna say that one either. Meetings. Meetings, as in hiding in meeting. That makes no sense. Some people are addicted to men. Misery. Marriage. Muscle relaxants. MSG. Ugh. MSGs. Oh. The pain from MSGs. I don't know if I'm allergic to them or if it's just my little stomach that's been cut up. I have a little teeny tiny stomach now like this. It's not even a stomach. There's no acid in it. It's called a pouch. Drugs. Nicotine. Those are the only two with N. Is a drug and nicotine. Bad. Oh. Occult. Overachieving. Overeating. That used to be me. Overeater. Overworking. Overcounting overcounting. Over-the-counter medication. P. Prayer without action. I think I do that all the time. I don't think this is a bad word. Pleasure. Let your mind wander where it wants to. Phobias. How can you be addicted to a phobia? Prescription drugs. Not gonna say that word. Not gonna say... Oh, people pleasing. I guess that's not a bad thing. That used to be me a long time ago because I was always felt like judge. Like I was judged so horribly. I don't think there's any really weird addictions in here. Well, kind of, sort of. Perfectionism. Drugs. Painkillers. Quintessential behavior is the only Q. Sure. Moving on. R. Religion. Relationship. That was up at the top. How can they double things? Why do they do this? Why can't they just make a simple list this long for me to read? No. Racetrack betting and action. Risky behaviors. S. Sedatives? That's a drug. Don't do them. Please stop eating each other's faces. The weird things they do in the morning. I'm not going to read that word. Sexting. Like texting. But naughty like. Naughty naughty. Sadism. Satanism. Bad. Smoking. Shopping. Oh, me. I love to shop. I love to shop, but I don't love to spend my money because I'm cheap. Very, very cheap. Serotonin. What's a serotonin? Oh, that's horrible. Addicted to yourself. Self-help books. Self-mutilation. Spotlights. Solvents. Sleeping pills. Shock treatment. Whenever I hear shock treatment, I think of the Beverly Hillbillies, the newer version, with the guy that played Ernest in it. He plays Uncle Jed, you know, and Granny goes to shock therapy. No? Anybody remember that? Am I the only one that remembers movie things? Speed. No, I'm not gonna say that. That's bad. Or maybe. Some people are addicted to hitting people. It says spousal or child abuse. Shame on you all that are addicted to that. Not shame on everybody, because I love everybody in my YouTube family. That's a bad addiction. Steroids. I hate to say it, there's a lot of people in this town that are addicted to those. They're all like walking around. Weirdos. Sugar! Me. I'm addicted to sugar. I like sugar. I would love to have a coffee right now. Not a coffee. I'd like to have a nice cup. Anybody who wants to bring me one, you go for it. T. We're coming close to the end of the alphabet. And it hasn't gone on that long because it's great. I've only stopped for certain things. T. Torturing? Television. Texting while driving. That's how people die. Haha, funny story. My mother was driving, I have to tell you. My mother was driving down the back road. And where my mom lives, there's lots of fields and farmland, okay? So they're driving, and there's a little blonde behind them, little teenager blonde, texting and driving. And she's coming up on them and pulling back and coming up on them and pulling back. They stop at a stop sign. There's no one else in sight. My mom runs back. Oh my God, please. Can I please use your cell phone? My husband is having a heart attack. She goes, sure. Mom gives it to her. My mom chucked it into the field and said, you can kill people while texting and driving. She goes, you can't do that. I'm going to call the cops. She said, good luck finding it. Don't text and drive. I make a rule. My phone stays down. If it buzzes or rings, I do not touch it. If I absolutely need to touch it, I will pull over because no one wants to die. Literally, like 5 days ago, I was watching a transport truck hauling these big, huge, it had like a wide load thingy on the back. It had these big, huge industrial hoses for like, oh, I can't think of it. Like, come on, Bailey. Where is it? For wash plants, like for gold digging, you know, the hose goes from the thing into the big gigantic pump and then up into the wash plant. And they're like literally like rounder than my face when they're full of water. And he had like 7 of them hanging out the side, and he's going off the road and over, and he almost ran a poor old man in his RV off the road. Needless to say, I had to report that man. I hope you got pulled over, mister. Anywho's, people are addicted to therapy. Thinners. THC. That's a drug. Thrills. I like thrills. Tobacco. That's. Quit it with the devils. Tramadol. Tramadol. What the hell is tramadol? Sorry, reading. Oh, it's a detox substance. So it's fake drugs. Tranquilizers. Travel. I haven't traveled yet. I just want to go on my honeymoon. I've been married for 3 years and haven't gone on one. Trichotillomania. My sister used to suffer from this a long time ago. It was just a thing. My mother also went through it, and I think my sister started doing it because one of her friends was doing it. Trichotillomania is when you pull out your hair and like eat the root and throw your hair away to the point where you're like bald. I don't know. Next T, toxic relationships, whatever that means. There's no description. We're in the U. No, wait. Sign language. U. No, B. U. B. U. I don't know. Okay. Ultram. It's the same as that other fake one. It's a fake drug a fake medical drug that stops people from getting addicted, but apparently not. Underachieving. You can get addicted to underachieving? Oh my goodness, you can. If you like to be yelled at. I have a niece that likes that. My goodness. V. Valium. Vandalism. Vicodin. It's early. Video. Guilty? I don't know. I remember my first YouTube video, I was like shaking. I was like, oh my god, am I doing this right? And then I learned, and now I'm like, It's like therapy. It's a therapy, so I think, no. Video, but it says television addiction. TV studios, blah, 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 reading. Nope, has nothing to do with this type of videoing. Slid under the mat. Good to go. Video games. Violence, voodoo, vomiting, see bulimia. I do everything to avoid vomiting. I don't like the sensation. I don't like the burny. I don't like the ouchie. That's why I never resorted to it back then. The voyeurism? Don't know that word. Moving on. W. Wealth. Drugs. Weightlifting. Goes along with steroids. Crazy local town people. Women. Work. Wheat flour. Also see carbohydrates for wheat flour. X. It literally says Xbox. Xbox-C gaming. Triple X movies or magazines. Y. Not even gonna say it. Bleepity bleep. Bleep bleep bleep. Moving on to the Z. Also not even gonna say that because that is also very... Anyhow, I thought it was gonna go on for like an hour. No. Total goal. So, the weird things people are addicted to. If you want to read the ones that I did not read, because, like I said, we don't say those kinds of things on Jazzy Time. I try to censory bleepy as much as I possibly can, because you're supposed to be nice, not rude, or disgusting in any way. Click, comment, like, subscribe, and share with the universe. I keep coming back, YouTube family. You know I love you. I cannot wait to check the mail today because my jumbo mail haul is supposed to be here. Hopefully it is. Then I can do another video today and open up all the acrylic goodness. Follow me on Pinstagram and Pinterest. I did it again. Follow me on Pinterest and Instagram. More on Instagram than on Pinterest. I'm not much of a pinner. I'm more of an Instagrammer. BC_Jazzy_time. Or you can follow me on my Facebook fan page. Almost did that again too. It's breakfast time. Facebook.com/getmyjazzytimeon. Thank you for all the subscribers and the wonderful comments that you guys are leaving down below in all of my videos. I, again, am going to try and get more face paint videos. Going to get those challenges going. I have a full-time job on top of this, and I'm just trying to keep up with my hobby. So, stay tuned. Stay jazzy.